We're going to explain how to remove commas from your Excel data. There are several ways to do this, depending on where the commas are located and what you want to do with the rest of the data. Removing commas from within a single cell. If you just need to remove commas from inside a single cell, say, a cell containing 1,000,000, you can use the substitute function. Let's say your number is in cell A1. In another cell, enter X substitute A1. This formula replaces all instances of a comma in cell A1 with nothing, effectively removing them. You can then copy this formula down to apply it to other cells. The result will be 1,000 in the new cell. 2. Removing commas from a range of cells. To remove commas from an entire column or a range of cells, you can copy the formula from step 1 and paste it into the cells next to the ones you want to clean. Alternatively, you can make this a more permanent change. First, select the cells containing the numbers with commas. Next, go to Find and Select and then Replace. In the Find What box, type a comma. Leave the Replace with box empty. Click Replace All. This will remove all commas from the selected cells directly, without needing an additional column. Removing commas that are decimal separators. If your data uses commas as decimal separators, e.g. 1234, replacing them directly will ruin your numerical data. In this case, you should change Excel's regional settings or use the text function. To use the text function, assuming your number is in A1, you would use a formula like a value substitute A1. This formula replaces the comma with a period, which is the standard decimal separator in many regions, and then uses the value function to convert the text back into a number. This approach is useful when importing data from regions that use different decimal separators. Remember to adjust the decimal separator in the substitute function according to your needs. For example, if your data uses a period as the decimal separator and a comma as the thousand separator, the formula would need to be adjusted accordingly. Or, using text to columns. For more complex situations where commas might be separating data in different columns, text to columns is a valuable tool. This tool allows you to split text strings into multiple columns based on delimiters such as commas. You would select your data, go to the Data tab and click Text to Columns. Choose Delimited and select comma as the delimiter. This will separate your data into different columns based on the comma, effectively removing the commas as delimiters. You can then delete the unwanted columns if necessary. Remember to always back up your data before performing any bulk operations in Excel to prevent accidental data loss. Carefully consider which method best suits your specific situation and data structure to avoid errors. Test the formulas and processes on a small sample of your data before applying them to the entire